Hello everyone, my name is Ness or Ness. I'm here today with my two very good friends, Cheddar Bear and Bonky. You guys want to introduce yourselves here?
That's an adorable intro, Ness. I like it.
Thank
It's
you,
it's like
thank you. Keep it fucking going because we're doing this in one fucking tank, sir. One tank. Go.
it's adorable.
Yeah, thank you,
I'll
thank
have
you.
to someday do like an esports like coaching casting session with you
All right,
for
well,
the
seriously
couple.
though, hurry up though.
Yeah, hi everybody. Warrior player on the Roden side, and go ahead, Bonky.
Well, I've been introduced twice so far, but
Yeah,
I'm
go
a
ahead.
Warrior veteran. Tried to keep the content in Warrior alive. I've been gone for less than 1 week and I miss it already. The Warrior is my home.
Warrior is indeed your home. So today we're going to be going over the teams that are going to be playing for this coming up Thursday. Some good matches coming up, but I'm going to start with introducing the teams here. So we're going by the order of signups, I believe, because I don't know, I just grabbed them and put it in. We got PSGS here with Magnum Opus as their carrier and AZ as their mid or Mir. I think Monkey Wizard is their offlane, Greybush and Gear as their support duo. Heard a lot of things about these guys here, but again, those are just rumors, I guess. I don't know.
Well, they're not rumors. They
Rumors? I don't
literally
know. I mean,
posted it themselves.
yeah, but I don't know any of these guys apart from Amir. And I guess Gear, the infamous contracts for playing at PSGS. In my opinion, not a good start for what you want if you're offering contracts for your players.
What are you talking about?
I
The 1-1?
mean, look, it's kind of a funny thing with the whole contract situation because everybody shit on the notion pretty early, and which is obviously funny for the right reasons. But then as everybody tries to team build through the first like few leading up weeks to like the AD2L registration, between people not showing up, people with schedule issues, people that are just irresponsible, people are just like, maybe a contract's not the worst thing. I think even Ed said it the other day because it took us like over an hour to get our scrim figured out yesterday, to get people in place, situated out of their other games. Like it was just kind of funny. And so we're just joking about that. Like maybe we should have a contract as well for our team so people actually show up on time. I mean, Amir obviously I think is probably a good fit for this league. Greybush, he's somebody that's kind of developed over time. I think he used to even be like down in Voyager, and now up in Warrior, and has developed over time. Glico kind of brought him up a little bit as well. Pretty stable support player. I think him and Greer are going to be probably splitting the two support roles. I'm not too familiar with Monkey Wizard or Magnum Opus, so I think the only thing I looked at, I think, was Magnum Opus. He's like a hard carry player, and he's got a very standard, bland but strong pool of like hard carries. You'll see like Jug, Life Stealer, Wraith King, PA, like Troll. Like there's nothing like way too like there's nothing funky out there. He's not picking up NP or Arc Warden really too much or anything like that. So I think people will be able to probably figure out at least this team is just going to be up to their performance. And as we kind of saw, they already won one. And so, could be a sign of things to come.
Bonk, any opinions on this team so far?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're definitely probably the favorite to win going in. I'm sure they weren't like overjoyed with the week 1 performance. I do think that they have a lot of good players. Magnum Opus is Jamokin, who's been pretty high up in the ranks before. He's a solid carry player. Magic Wizard is a player that I want to highlight, not just because I'm like an offlane player myself, but I've played against this guy in the past and he does some unconventional stuff and it works well. When he, kind of pops off early, I've seen him play. I think it was Wind Ranger. I know he plays the Visage hero. I think that this team will be pretty solid. If they won, I don't think anybody would be surprised. And if they don't win, I think they would be disappointed. So I expect to see great things from the PSGS lineup. Memes aside, I think they are a strong team.
I gotta agree with you with the favorites of the league. Like everywhere that I've been to in the AD2L community, has said PSGS will take this season.
Yeah, and I think if you watched game 2, they looked a little shaky, but ultimately pretty solid.
Yeah, it's a shame we couldn't see game 1. I don't know what the
I
fuck's going up
know.
with Valve, but this will take a game 2. All right, well, next team on the list is Rats and Bunnies. I guess would you say they're veterans now? I don't know. I don't remember how many seasons we've been here. Probably more
Cheddar,
than
you
5.
start.
Hold on, let me introduce the players first. So we got LT Ness Knight, me here, coming back home after escaping jail only to be thrown in another jail. Except, this one's a federal prison, if you want my honest opinion.
Our jail was better.
Yeah, the Nana Gripper jail was the best jail I've ever been in. And then we got, the superb Simone coming back for another season of AD2L. We got Card Dog, Orion, or Onion, as I like to call him now. Thank you, Wild Daddy. And the Purple Pansy. So, Cheddar, I know you have some really strong opinions about this team here.
Hold on, I'm trying to promote your stream, as you can see over in the over in the good old Warrior AD2L chat. You feel free to add on. Feel free to add on to those ads at any point, anybody. So just so we have that available. People are gonna fucking be pissed at me for picking them. But it's just
it's the hustle. Yeah, gotta respect the hustle.
Gotta respect the hustle. Look, I mean, this team has caused so much trauma in my life in one way or the other, whether it was playing with them before AD2L, playing with them in AD2L, or having to scrim against them for 5.5 hours in the best of 2 somehow, to watching the different kinds of iterations. This is a team that's just naturally here. They're not here to have, how do I like to say it? They're not here for a good time. They're here for a long time, is the best way to describe their contribution to the Warrior League. It's going to be interesting. Simon's back in mid. We'll see if he can stay composed in those late night Euro Britland hours. Mr. Cardog, who just joined, he's going to be the offlane this season. Mr. Onion, he'll, standard, probably one of the better pause fours, I want to say, in the league. Ness, you know what you got to do, and what I will do to bully you eventually when we play you. And then Purple is just probably nominated for highest feeder in all Warrior League at this point. If we had like a highest feeder award to give, I'm going to give a preseason award to probably the Purple Pansy. So this team, I don't know what could happen. It could be a 2-0, you could be an 0-2. Honestly, but the biggest thing is, I think, just because of the synergy, the understanding of each other, for better or worse, you guys will cause problems to teams that are fresh in the league above anybody else. So like the PSGSs, I'm assuming GRIN.Scythe is a relatively new, the team I'm on. Dark Horse, probably dXo-Warrior, who's going to be playing against them in the first week, and Abstinence. Like you guys are going to cause problems to teams, I feel like, that are not familiar with what your guys' shtick. Yeah.
Bonky, I also know you have some strong opinions too.
I have the strongest opinion. I think LT Ness Knight is hands down the best carry player in Warrior. I think it's not even fucking close. I don't know who else is even in the league. I see 0 other carry players. Give this man a lane and he can do great things. I think give this man
a lane and he'll find himself in jungle.
Actually, give me a lane.
This is the carry
from the minute to
That's the carry player Bible right there. I don't know if I've ever played with Simon, maybe once or twice. I hear that he's a super cracked mid player. I think I've also only played with Card Dog once or twice. I don't really remember. Orion is a solid pause 4. And I mean, the Purple Pansy is an icon for a reason. I'm a believer. He's gotten me, single-handedly given me crowns and chips in other leagues. So I'm a big Rats and Bunnies fan. I expect great things, and I will be devastated if you don't take home the chip, Ness.
Well, I also will be devastated because I escaped prison only to go to federal prison. So, all right, next team here, we got Golf Wrensday. They're coming back to Warrior. We got Hello Robotics, I believe is their carry. We have Ren, who is their mid laner as well. Doobu Bear is their off laner. Sir Thoticus and Phantom Jellybean are their support duo. Me personally, a lot of opinions here because for one, we had Hello Robotics on Anagrippers, supposed to for last season, and never showed up. Was never there. Breaks my heart still. My balls are
Breaks mine too.
My balls were twisted all season long trying to reschedule matches to get him here to play with us. Don't know a whole lot about Ren. I know they're a mid laner, and that's about it. Duvu Bear, I played with him a couple times in the past on GWR. Great team, or great offlaner. GWR was also a great team too. Sir Thoticus, I don't know, he's a Destiny 2 player. I don't know if that says anything or not. Also a 4. Also on 8TD as well. And then Phantom Jellybean, they're 5. I've also played with him too on GWR. Love the guy, but I feel like he's going to suffer a bit up here in Warrior.
There's a chance Phantom Jellybean might obviously shout out to Tom. Like when I think of Tom, I'm like that like Wolverine looking at the portrait meme in the bed. I'm just like, I miss that guy. Great team. Great teammate to have, to be honest. Competition wise, it's one of those like, as long as you don't overextend what you're attempting to do, if you keep the game plan simple, Tom is very coachable and listens very well, and so he could also possibly, just by not being like psychotic as a +5, can like thrive and sustain, I feel like, at this level. But as you mentioned, there is a pretty good little rank spread. Like I said, you probably know like Hello Robotics a little bit better. Same as Thoticus. Not too familiar with their play. I think a lot of it's going to rely on the consistency of Ren and Dubu. If they can dominate their lanes, I think they're going to be overall at least set themselves up for winning positions. This feels like a team that needs to do well early and skate and not give up or stagnate in the game, because part of also as well is like keeping up with all the other players and how you kind of level up and grow. And if you got lower level players that don't know how to scale up with the game as it goes, it could be a little problematic. But I'm optimistic. I'm genuinely optimistic. So yeah.
I think optimistic. Yeah, I think optimistic is a good word. I mean, I've been trying to get Hello Robotics to play in my team for 2 seasons now, and he keeps ducking me on purpose or not. Who knows? But I think he's a fantastic player. Dubu as well. I think this, of all the pause 5s, I know he's playing 3 this season, but of all the pause 5s I've faced in Warrior, he is my absolute least favorite to play against. He's just a nightmare. Very strong laner. I'm sure that transitions to his position 3 playing as well, although I've never seen it. I've full confidence. Ren, super solid mid. Sir Thoticus is like I think he's the second highest win rate player on Nanogrippers, because he stood in for Hello Robotics for us so many times.
That's pretty true.
Super cracked player, and I'm just not familiar with Phantom Jellybean, so I don't have too much to add. I think it's a solid team. I would expect, playoffs, maybe like cusp of upper bracket. They might have to do a play-in, something like that. But I'm a big fan. I hope they do well. An unironic big fan, not a Rusty Shackelford big fan. Actually,
actual big fan, not a Rusty fan. Says a lot right there. All right, well, up next we have GRIN.Scythe. We have Ambis, or Simba, I guess. I just realized it's Simba backwards. I can't read. As their carry
Holy
player.
Shit, Ness, you're so smart. I never knew that.
I know, right? We got Phoenix as their mid laner, Yoshi as their off laner, and Gremlin and Jakes as their support duo here. Gremlin being the 4 and Jakes being the 5.
I just imagine Ness having that like beautiful mind gif of like symbols like flying up and down, just figuring out the anagram of the reverse name.
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean? Well,
Oh
I don't know a whole lot about any of these players apart from Gremlin. Gremlin's my biggest fan when it comes to playing TA. Not sure why, but he's my biggest fan for Templar Assassin. So, honestly, not a whole lot I can say about Simba, Phoenix, Yoshi, or Jaquez. The only game we saw was pretty one-sided in my opinion. So, I don't know. Probably have to wait for week 2 to actually form an opinion on what I think they are as a team.
Yeah, they're a little ragtaggy. I think it's kind of a team that's a little bit pasted together. I don't think there's a ton of carryover. In Simba as a core, I think is fine. Always been kind of around that like mid legend level. Nothing that like personally super stands out. I played with him a few times, and so even then, just nothing like particularly stands out in my head for any reason. Same with Phoenix. Yoshi's one of those players that I have hit in pubs so many goddamn times, like strangers in the night type of stuff. We're like the late night queue half the time, and we've hit each other quite a bit. And I feel like we've split the difference like over time. I'm assuming Yoshi's going to be playing pause 3, or if not 3, then 4 in some case or form. And so Yoshi, pretty generally pretty composed offlaner, so safe laners, and should kind of be aware of that. I know Grim won Challenger last season, so that's not nothing for sure. So, and I saw as well, I think Invoker added to the pool, and so it gives a little bit of versatility at the pause 4 position with heroes like Earth Spirit and God, I can't remember the other one. What's the damn hero name? I can't think of it right now. But anyways, yeah, I don't know shit about Jackers, so coin flip up. But like I said, this looks like a patched up kind of team, and so one of those we'll have to see how they perform before making a good judgment.
I think just a slight correction to what you're saying there. So Simba was like Legend 3 when he played in Warrior last time. And he disappeared for a while, and he comes out of the woodwork. Now he's an ancient carry player, so we could see some hustle there. I mean, they did take a game off the favorite already in week 1, and it wasn't close, by the way. Shit was over in looks like 30 minutes. The game had ended. That's nothing to scoff at. I think game 2 looked a little rough for them because the lanes went a lot worse than they should have, in my opinion. But looks like Simba Abmis or whatever, he popped off in that game 1, 15-3 on the PL, just absolutely owning. So I think they could be a solid team. I mean, like I said, it already took a game off the favorite. I don't know too much about the other players. I think if I was them, I would just try to focus a little more on winning the lanes. Maybe like practice some creep aggroing stuff. It would help them out a lot. Yeah, I think they could be solid. A couple things to work on. Mid-table is what I would expect at the end of the day.
Alrighty, well, up next is rodents and hair pest control. This is I believe they have it out for rats and bunnies. But on that team, we have Dr. Cooper, Cheddar Bear, Holy Edward, I'm not even going to pronounce his whole freaking name, Bricktism, and I believe their 5 is Rock Salt. Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
So, Cheddar Bear and Holy Edward being, teammates on R&B in the past, expect them to, go pretty far. Especially since Ed is taking the helms. I got nothing but PTSD from the Bunnies and Rats team that happened a long time ago. Literally the only reason why Harrison, the Herald, has ever taken a game off me was because of last pick random to Visage. Cheddar, you and I are fucking war buddies when it comes to queuing late night Dota.
Mm-hmm.
Just, those games there are literal war. But not a whole lot to say on Dr. Cooper, Bricktism, and Rock Salt that I can think of off the top of my head. Cheddar being a mid laner is I would have said I would have said yikes, but seeing as it's
fun. It's my 5th position finally playing an AD2L. It's my final one I haven't touched, and so
That is
We've gone
incredibly
around all the bases now. So yeah, no, this is going to be. I think this is going to be an interesting team. Again, look, I'll have to. I don't know exactly where I land on the scale of mids in this group, but it's one of those we'll have to see as the season goes on where I land, and I'll reserve judgment for everybody else. Overall, though, pretty confident regardless. So I think we're still in a position where we're kind of working through and figuring out our team and play styles. Obviously, the way Ed plays off lane, it's one of those you kind of have to. You want to let the dog roam in the wild, but at the same time, you got to kind of put a leash on it occasionally and just kind of hold it back at times, or because it could just get a little too far. You might not be able to recover him, and so. And as well for all the other players like Dr. Cooper and Bricktism Rocks, all figuring out kind of what we're attempting to kind of do and how we want to play. We finally had a scrim yesterday. It went okay in some areas, some areas it didn't, but it's one of those again, it's a very fresh stack since Jukester kind of hopped out over the past week or so, and so yeah, it's going to be. We'll probably be one of those teams that will pop up in the second half of the season
did Digital
than in the first half.
disband? I guess they did.
Technically, yes. Technically, no. This is like the remnants / Ed wanting to rename it. So, yeah. So, like I said, be patient with us. I think we're going to have better performances and showings in the second half. It's there, just not there yet.
Also, I'd like to throw out there that I would have said Cheddar mid being a yikes, but he kind of beat Hexy, who is a contender player or Conqueror player, so in the mid lane. So I'm pretty hopeful.
Did that happen? Is that
sweating man.jpg.
Yeah.
Watch out, the rest of you mids.
Dude, I'm the world's biggest Cheddar Bear fan. Up until last week, I couldn't lose a game when he was literally in the Discord call. You didn't even have to be in the actual game I was playing. I won 21-0 before I lost with you on my team, so huge Cheddar fan. Ed also pops off on 3. I've also seen him feed his brains out, so if he gets off to a strong start, he can absolutely control a game. Same thing with Bricko, actually. His pulse 4 is nothing to scoff at or underlook for sure. I've seen the dude just terrorize games on Earthshaker. I think he's got 400 to 600 games on the hero, somewhere in that realm. It's a lot.
Now here's the other thing, Bonk. We had Ness as well for your guys' rating of the team. Ed's drafting right now. He's the current drafter, so take that as well into your consideration.
Like I said, nothing but PTSD. So if you guys want to start a support group or whenever Ed random's a hero, hit me up.
All I'm gonna say is I ended up as I got flexed somehow to a mid Nyx yesterday against an OD. It was a rough start to last night.
Love that.
There's a learning curve for drafting. It's hard. I don't like doing it.
Look, you'll never keep people happy. Nobody was ever happy.
Goddamn right. Well, again, if I need the players on Rodents and Hares Pest Control would like to start a support group for whenever Ed does some dumb shit in draft, hit me up. I will be down to start a support group. Now with that, we'll be moving over to Dark Horse Storm. These guys have been in the league ever since I started. I'm pretty sure I've seen them around every time. We got
is this the same roster?
No,
usual Dark Horse?
They switched out one player for someone else, and I don't remember who because I'm terrible with remembering player names.
Because Tins was almost like a former XO player. He was almost going to be our XO mid until he had to pop out. He had a kid late last year, right at the time we were trying to get him registered, and so he
played last year. He played last year.
So I know Barry, Tins, and Dizzle have been on Dark Horse Storm for a while. I think Penguin has also been there, or is it Penguin or Angry Sun who have been switched in? Don't remember because again, I'm
the
awful.
Same roster. I'm looking. Stall. Say something about him.
Barry, I think, is the offlaner that actually kind of gave me a bit of PTSD because you try to win the lane against this guy and he'll just somehow come ahead and eat you alive on his Night Stalker. As for Tins, I'm pretty sure I didn't really see him play much at all last season, so I'm kind of hoping he plays a bit more this season because think he gave Jenny a run for his money. Can't remember, but again, almost everyone gave Jenny a run for his money. That was also kind of like the formula for nano grippers. Jenny loses mid and just proceeds to pop off the rest of the game.
I guess in retrospect, maybe our strategy of losing both the safe lane and the mid lane proved to be fatal. Ultimately,
Does Penguin
not
have a
adopted.
Smurf? Does Penguin have a Smurf somewhere laying around, or is this a Crusader 4 for real with like barely 500 games?
Again, I cannot tell you. Barely looked into the teams. Probably should have, but you know, see me.
But pushing content before researching—that's esports for you, baby.
Goddamn right. Goddamn right.
It's worth.
Hold on, I gotta go to Smurf Island and check something then.
It's the same stack. Or wait, hold on. They have King.
There's no esports
still.
profile on Ping, and this might be the first time.
King Bob. Maybe there's
Where
one
did they?
difference.
Oh, it's Alt Island now.
They were a solid Warrior team though. I think they finished second before playoffs, and then they bombed out. Right? Is that what happened?
By the looks of it, yeah, that is what happened.
I know that we were the ones that knocked them out, but I think they were an upper bracket, and we were a lower bracket team through and through.
True.
But
all right, it looks like they got rid of King Bob for Penguin here, so Penguin is a new player for this roster. And
yeah, I don't see a Smurf. Yeah, I don't see a Smurf anywhere either.
It's probably just like still catching up with his account or something. Probably privated for a while, and it's just now public again.
Yeah, I mean, you'd at least see if there's a competitive games like esports profile would be popped up probably somewhere. So this might be some new blood in the AD2L right now.
Well, he's definitely surrounded with players that are both experienced and have done well in the past. So, like, they haven't just played a lot; they've made playoffs, and
I'm pretty excited to see how Dark Horse Storm does this season because, like I said, Barry will carry this team on his back if he gets a really good lane.
Agreed. Yeah, I'd like to see them pop off. I think it's always disappointing to like sort of drop the ball on the series, and then you're in lower bracket, which is the same thing that happened to us later on. So I hope they bounce back. I hope they come back and swing even harder. I think they could potentially be top 2 group stage team if they find that same formula they had last season with their new player.
Anything else for this team here, Cheddar?
This is going to be one of my, just based on some of the adjustments that they made, I am trying to withhold complete judgment until I see him play for a couple weeks, get a better idea. Again, it's just one of those teams. Haven't scrimmed against, haven't really played against. Tense is the only one I'm really familiar with. So for me, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
All right, coming up next, we got dXo-Warrior, one of the bigger orgs coming into AD2L this season. I'm pretty sure they have a team in every league. Yeah, gonna see how this team here does. We got Big Up Cryptic here. Can't read the second name, so I'm just gonna name him Arch.
Yeah, just Arch is fine. Yeah.
Arch, you got Puka, Spiritual Cucumber, and Net Control. I haven't really heard a whole lot from any of these players. I'm pretty sure I ran into Net Control a couple times in a few other seasons of AD2L. I heard a lot about Puka, but again, I know nothing about him or them, so I don't really have much of an opinion with them. So, Cheddar, all you.
Yeah, so this is a bit of a ragtag like patch together, but in terms of like the calculator, I think we were like right on the border of Warrior, and so this is like a very heavy stack built up. Props to me for building up this squad, and obviously props to the players for joining. Everybody has like a very healthy mentality. They've been playing. They've had a couple scrims. They are seeming to figure out their drafts a little bit, what they want to play. Yesterday we scrimmed against them. They looked pretty composed. I know we had, I think, Odin filling in for one of our players, but we will probably, in terms of like I assume there's going to be a little bit of synergy issues in the first few weeks while they figure stuff out. Drafting probably issues in the first couple of weeks while they figure stuff out. But mechanically and talent-wise, it is there, and this is not a team you will likely want to play against in the playoffs, as well as also in the later portions of the season. Expect big performances from the off lane. Puka and Net Control should be running amok for all safe laners, as far as I know. We will have to deal with time zone differences. I've got my own Brit now on the team. Cryptic is also a Brit, and so we'll have to for practices, scrims, and all the other stuff. Time zone is an issue now again. Yeah, they'll be good. They'll be good again in the back half of the season to the playoffs. They'll be a dangerous team. The player pool, the hero pools are deep too as well for all of them.
I don't have really any experience playing against anybody on this team or with anybody on this team. I do know who I played against. I should say only one player, which was Puka, and I will say that this dude fluctuates MMR more than I've ever fucking seen in my life. Like, you'll go to bed and he'll be Ancient 3, and you'll wake up and he's Divine 2, and you go back to bed, and then you wake up and he's back to fucking Ancient 3. I've truly never seen anything like it. I don't know if he's like tilt queuing out of his gourd or what's going on, but I do know that I don't think I've ever beaten him in a pub. He is a very good player, I think, in Warrior this season, and definitely the player to watch for me on this roster, mostly just because I don't know about anybody else. But I do think he's quite good, and can definitely ruin some of these shitter ass carry players in Warrior, which I hope he does, because it would make me laugh.
I mean, yeah. So as somebody on a bye, I'm having fun getting a game plan ready for Ness tomorrow. Just as a heads up, you're gonna be in for a good one. You're gonna be in for a good one tomorrow.
Listen, I've already seen it all. My lane has already been abandoned multiple times last season, so I know how it's like to be from poor man to rich man. So that'll be fun. Or they have anything else for dXo-Warrior? I'm assuming you guys also have nothing else.
No, I'm good. Yep.
Yeah, shout out to the squad. Good luck this season.
All right, guys, go do your manager proud. I know he's put a lot of money this season, so.
Bro, talk about also conflict.
Yeah,
Or sorry, not
conflict of interest.
Conflict of interest, yeah, pretty much. I was just like, I mean, only thing I told him was like, yeah, if we ever match up against each other, like, find another place to put your strategy and comms, please. I was like, I will be game planning for you guys fully, wholeheartedly. Like, I will treat you like the enemy that week. So, like, you guys better get your shit together on that week. Other than that, I was just like, yeah, no. Now I just get 2 extra. Now I get, instead of 1 week, I get 2 weeks to game plan for R&B for fun. Get double the fun.
Incredible. All right, well, moving on to the next, we got Abstinence here. Also, literally know no one on this team. We got Lazarus, Abby Lee Enthusiast, Realm of the Hungry Ghosts, Chubb, and Mac IQ.
This is my Conqueror stack from last season. So Lagardus, Chubb, and Mac are returning players from last season's Conqueror team. This was the Dually Truck Hentai Warriors, right? Yeah.
How did they end up doing?
And so the 2 players that split off, me being one of them here, and then Radalin, who was our mid, he is up playing for my Conqueror team, or not Conqueror, for the champ team. And so basically that's kind of the 2 big adjustments. I'm not familiar with the Abby Lee Enthusiast and the Realm of Hungry Ghosts, but just again, this is kind of trailing off the same thoughts that I've told everybody. It's like, this is a team that has good mechanics, but they're so fucking chill, and they do not prep, they do not game plan, they do not like plan drafts. They kind of just show up and play. And it's a chill vibe regardless of the result, which can be a good thing, but also it's one of the highest causes for O2s/11s, and it's hard to kind of work around and get around. I love them to death. I love them to death. It's the chillest team I've ever played on. But if they perform very well this season, it's because the mechanics in their rank will overwhelm the talent at this division rather than them rather than them like preparing for this division, if that makes sense. Like, so yeah, if they perform poorly, it's going to be because they're still in just super chill vibe mode and kind of don't take any of these games serious. But hey, you know, with 9 teams, it doesn't take a lot to make playoffs, you know.
It is pretty true. As long as you have more than one win, you will probably make it into playoffs this season. You have at least one more win than the team below you.
Chubb's also a big fucking goon. If he gets going on the off lane, he's fucking tough to stop. He's an absolute goon on the off lane.
Alrighty, well, Bonk, any opinions on the squad? All right, love to see it. No opinions from Bonky. I'm pretty sure he's AFK here.
So somebody get the defibrillator, like check, just like buzz him, like, get him back alive.
Oh my god, I was muted, boys. Big L.
Incredible.
Big L. I said I don't want to do the typical AD2L thing where I have no idea who these players are, so I just shit on them and put them last, which is what tends to happen in these content videos. I don't know who these players are, so I'm not going to say anything about them. I just don't know. I trust Cheddar's insight.
This was a mid-level Conqueror team, like middle of the pack Conqueror team last season.
Then they should be doing pretty good, right? I mean, we're post the Glicko scramble now, and Conqueror was theoretically a lot harder because of it last season, so then they should be a super solid Warrior team. If that logic makes sense. I don't know if it does.
Yeah.
But...
yeah. Shout out to them too as well, because I was like, the chillness was like driving me insane by the end of last season, and I should have probably also just like chilled and vibed out more too as well. So yeah, hopefully now they got a full chill stack, and the chillness is like one of those like love triumphs everything type of thing.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
Yeah, that's not your vibe, Cheddar.
Cheddar is he wants to be in the trenches, you know, winning the games.
Yeah.
None of
Cheddar's
this PMA
warfare for cowards.
Yeah, well, last but not least, we have 5 guys, 1 cup. I'm pretty sure I've seen this team like the last 3 seasons, probably even more. But again, I am pretty bad at remembering teams and who their players are. So we have Spanish Inquisition, Havoc, Donut Hole 55, Kaboomtastic, and CEO Texas. Only ones I remember from this team are Spanish Inquisition and Havoc. Everyone else is kind of a blur to me.
You remember last time you saw these guys, Ness?
A
Satanic was built instead of BKBs, not on 1 core, but 2 cores, in a very important match that could have sent a team into the playoffs, but you know, it didn't.
The last time we faced these guys was in playoffs, I think.
So this was the XOA Ness. This was the Chev and fucking Lambert didn't build really? BKBs.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I only remember that my win rate with TA was ruined by XOA, so it's like all this team has going for it.
Yeah, no, like my last memory was them basically outlasting us, blowing an enormous lead because 2 of our cores decided to be complete fucking morons and refused to build BKBs. So that's my last memory. I mean, look, if this is the team that it is, they're kind of it seems like they floated up. They've been like anywhere from like down to Voyager up to like Warrior, and so they just kind of float around based on, I guess, who their 4th or 5th member is. And I think because of some of the minor borders on rank adjustments, they're probably in the right place. But they're also probably in the bottom half, I want to say, overall, like for the league.
I think that they are the exact same roster that played last season. It's the exact same roster. And they ended up, I can't remember if it was first round lower bracket or second round lower bracket, where they were eliminated. But I will say, the player to watch out for on this team absolutely is the Spanish Inquisition. I mean, this dude is absolutely insane for Archon 4. Like, he almost single-handedly dismantled our team last season. Ness, if you remember, he was
Yeah,
just
I'm watching
an
it.
absolute
I'm
nightmare.
looking at it right now, 17-8 Lena. How do we win this game?
Yeah, I don't know. I think their carry player has the BKB buying problem, is what I've noticed. If you're watching Spanish Inquisition, you tell that dog, he's actually quite good at the game, but you tell that dog to buy a fucking BKB, because I watched your games last season. I'm a huge Spanish Inquisition fan. You lost a few of them because he doesn't buy the fucking item. Tell that donkey to buy the goddamn item, and you guys will go far this season. That is my diagnosis. I hope they do well. They're fun guys to play with, and they like to meme it up. So big fan.
Any thoughts on any other thoughts on these guys, Cheddar?
Nah, I got mine in.
Yours in. All right. Well, that is all the teams that are making up Warrior for this season. Only 9 teams. Kind of a letdown, in my opinion. Forgot how many we had last season, but I don't know. Still some decent competition going around.
Look, it's where the content went. The content came from Conquer down to Warrior this season, so you know.
True. All right. Well,
so you guys want to pick like a top 4 or something?
We can do that later.
Okay.
We're gonna go with the week 1 matches here. If you scroll over to the right, gentlemen, you'll see the poorly made graph. I hope it gives you guys some
it's way over here.
Yeah, I hope it hurts your eyes because I purposely chose colors that like completely conflict with each other.
Yeah, this is horrifying. Well done.
Goddamn right. Take pride in my work here.
Wow.
Legitimately hideous.
Oh, we get the bingo free box of 1-1.
Yep.
Can we even edit these? Ness, did you give us pro?
I will edit your guys. I will put in your guys' response because
that's hilarious.
Because don't want to dox you guys. I'm also pretty dumb here.
Ness in charge of content creation.
Goddamn right.
Let's go.
Well, listen, it's first time. First time. Gotta let me learn from this. All right. Gotta let me learn. So we got for this upcoming week, we got Five Guys versus Dark Horse Storm, dXo-Warrior versus Rats and Bunnies. We saw PSGS and GRIN.Scythe play yesterday. They won 1. We have Abstinence and Golf Wrensday playing each other. And we have Rodents and Hares at Pest Control getting their bye week this week.
Wait, is that right? I thought I saw something else on the...
No, they get a bye week this week here. Unless something was changed.
Yeah.
So
No. I just thought Cheddar was playing against you, but he's not actually on the DXO stack. Okay.
I wish. But unfortunately, that is not the case.
Don't worry. We'll see you in a few weeks.
So Five Guys and Dark Horse Storm. Honestly, kind of want to say Dark Horse Storm 2-0s because I like these guys a lot more than I do Five Guys 1 Cup. So personal bias 2-0 for Dark Horse Storm.
Wait, what do you mean you don't like them? You don't think they're gonna win, or you don't like them?
I don't know. I don't like. I like Dark Horse Storm more than Five Guys 1 Cup, so I think they will 2-0 this series here.
Okay. I still don't understand if you're trying to imply that you don't like them as players or as people.
Well, I don't know these. No, I hate everyone on Five Guys 1 Cup.
These animals.
Yeah, they're just a bunch of animals here, right? I as a farmer myself, I do not like them.
Okay.
I don't know. I just like Dark Horse Stormer because I played more against them, and I actually am a big fan of Barry now. Man's off lane, fucking scary.
I should say 1-1. I should say 1-1, but because my prediction is if Penguin, the new player, doesn't do anything too wild, I feel like the cores can be of larger contribution to Dark Horse Storm and be the overwhelming factor for why they win. I also have Dark Horse Storm as a 2-0.
2-0 for Dark Horse Storm.
Yep.
All right, Wonky, your predictions here?
I believe in Five Guys 1 Cup as a team. I do think historically Dark Horse has been like the stronger performer, but Five Guys is like that 1-1 scrapper that always manages to take a game off some teams with good games from Dangfire or Spanish Inquisition. So I'm gonna go 1-1. I think if we were doing a match of the week column, this was probably the one that I would be the most interested in watching because I think it has the potential to be pretty close. And they do funny shit too. So
We'll probably add in
1-1.
match of the week for next week's content. All right, DXo-Warrior and Rats and Bunnies. Cheddar, I'll let you take this here because these guys are your boys. So
Because of where we're at in the season, I have this as a 1-1. You shitters will likely drag out one game into like something very painful and long that the DXO Warrior hasn't been in a war with yet, and because of that, I feel like there's a risk of slippage of one game. So I'm gonna go with a 1-1.
alrighty then. Bonky, any thoughts here?
I think this is a 2-0 for Rats and Bunnies. I believe in LT Ness Knight. He's on his toxic arc, which I fully approve of.
That was from next
Absolute
season. We're on the same
villain.
team.
No, you can be toxic now too. It's okay.
Draft penalties incoming.
Wonka W.
What are you doing to edit this? Like, how are you fucking up the edits on the numbers? I'm watching this.
I'm not literate when it comes to Excel or spreadsheets, so
Don't let me down, Ness. You go out there and you batter these animals.
all right. Well, it's a lot of pressure for me here. Guess with that,
I
I'll
believe
probably
in
put
you.
in 2-0 for Rats and Bunnies. Then we're going big here.
Go. Keep Pansy's drafts in line and you guys will be alright.
That's not up to me there. I literally all I'm going to be doing this season when draft starts is to get up and walk around for a bit before I'm locked in for a while. Pansy knows my hero pool, so he'll probably know what I want in these games here. We're gonna skip PSGS and GRIN.Scythe since that game already happened, and there's no point in putting a prediction.
It's worth noting that I think we all would have predicted 2-0 though,
Yeah,
right?
it is, but it's not what happened.
Well,
unless Cheddar has some different ideas.
I know some stuff that y'all don't know, so that's basically my insider right there.
Dox it on stream.
Yeah. So we're on the PSGS GRIN.Scythe.
We'll be skipping this. It's already happened, unless you want to throw in something there.
I mean, I probably before it, I probably would have guessed a 2-0 for PSGS at first. I probably would have guessed that, but since 1-1, free bingo point across the board, so it's a fun one. Abstinence versus Golf Wrensday. I want to say Golf is going to 2-0.
Some big words right there.
Yeah, I mean, this will be a great test to see where my former team is compared to how they look and how they're going to play this season. Also, flip that. That's 0-2.
Yeah,
0-2. Ness trying to cheat me out of my pick'ems.
Bonky, any thoughts here?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. It's hard because I'm not familiar with any of the Abstinence players really. I definitely want Wrensday to 2-0 because I'm friends with some of their players. So it's gonna be a 2-0 for Wrensday, but it's more of a just because I hope they win kind of thing. I don't know enough to say that Abstinence is better or worse than them, so I'm being very political with my answer.
All right, well, I'm gonna go the complete opposite way and say Abstinence is gonna 2-0 Golf Wrensday. Love my boys over on Wrensday, but like the games I've seen with them has been a complete clusterfuck.
Didn't they get smurfed on by the guy that literally got banned from the league, bro?
I've seen more of their games. It's been a complete clusterfuck. I want to believe in them, but from what I've seen, it's looking like a 2-0 for Abstinence.
Damn it, man.
I hope I'm proven wrong. Really hope I'm proving wrong. I really hope I'm proven wrong because I love these guys on Golf Wrensday, but at the same time, I want my bingo to be filled out. I want my points. Ren,
All right, I got this last one. I got this last one. This is gonna be a strong.
Right, last one here.
I got the Warrior bye week 2-0 over the Road Squad.
Dude, the bye week is bad.
Dude,
Bye
week
weeks are bad.
got hands. Bye week got fucking.
The
hands.
bye week would not be bad if there was 8 teams, but because there are 10 teams, getting the bye week actually is a little fucky for your strength of schedule. I don't like it. I've never been a fan of the bye week because I've notoriously, any team I've been on that has gotten accidentally tagged with a bye week based on the scheduling has always got fucked up and has always somehow ended up like right at tiebreakers and like fighting for our lives in best of ones when we could have been probably out of them with like a normal match in most cases.
That sounds like a massive dose of copium. I think if you want to play,
it would be if it hasn't happened across 4 of my AD2L seasons in the past couple
It actually
years.
happened to me one season too, and it felt bad. But then you just win, and then it doesn't matter.
I for a while I thought like there was like a DOPS conspiracy of just like throwing bye weeks purposely our way just to force us into tiebreakers.
I am convinced that they rig week 1 for content. That's my AD2L conspiracy theory, like tinfoil hat, deep state opinion. I think week 1 is rigged for content. It's probably, there's no information behind that, but I'm going to assert it vehemently anyway.
So we're putting on our tinfoil hats for this right here. Then.
Yeah, I'll get tinfoil hat 2-0ing.
Watch if somehow week 7 we're gonna be fighting for our life, like trying to be like the 8th or 9th team, trying to get into playoffs. And once again, it's gonna be the bye week. That's gonna be the fucky thing.
Cheddar, you just get good.
Yeah, you literally just have to get one game above your opponent to knock them out and
just
get into playoffs.
That's a tough order. That's a tough order.
This applies to all facets of life, dude.
I mean, look, I'm putting all my energy pretty much at the DXO squad and their prep. So everything else is just great performance by us. If we win and do well, it's going to be just performance based.
You guys are going to lose the bye week.
Yeah, it's gonna be a toughie.
So another 2-0 for Warrior bye week.
Yeah, it's a 2-0 because getting the bye sucks.
It's pretty true. All right, well, looks like that's mostly it for a week.
Are we not going to build our fucking? You got to build the final predictions week 1. Ness.
What do you mean by that?
You got to make the what we think the end of the group stage will look like. You have to do it week 1.
But that's so fucking boring for week 1, dude.
Just make a little column. Just make a little column between like the end and then the
end
and the queue.
To do it. That's the
the end and the queue.
Fine.
Between the end and the queue, so we get 3 people that can predict.
To convince Ness to do work for the content that he asked us to do.
It's like Google Sheets are hard, man.
It is fucking hard. I'm illiterate when it comes to fucking Google Sheets.
Yeah.
So
merge cells. I believe in you.
Is this how I do it?
You highlight them and then there's a little icon.
I already did it.
There you go.
Actually, the fucking count here.
We want to apologize to anybody listening or watching.
Yeah, I'm pretty fucking stupid when it comes to Excel. So you guys could have saved yourselves from this here, but here I am.
Yeah, we're good. Holy shit! Yeah, we'll have to reformat. What I would do even below that rather than just merging, I was going to say whether power ranking or where they're finished. Just I was going to say like list all the teams like on one row down, and then we'll put a number next to them where we think what they'll finish.
Bear with me here.
Like you could just put the number 1, and then right next to it in the cell next to it, we could just put PSGS because I think we all think they're gonna win. That's the thing. There you go. Holy shit!
All right, so only 8 teams got to make it then.
You could put a 9 team, and we could like color asterisks it out.
Yeah, because they're eliminated, so that's the
No,
funniest
put 'em-
one.
Here, put them on. Hold on, put the PSGS on the M column. And what we can do is, or here, how do we want to
So
do this?
like this where we
Yeah,
have our
take it first. Yeah, take out all your take out all your numbers. Take out all your numbers first.
This is the worst.
We're gonna figure this out. There we go. And then unmerge the power ranking.
Hold on.
Unmerge the power ranking.
One
shit.
second. I'm gonna blur stream real quick so I can actually give you guys fucking permissions to do this.
Oh my god, that's what the.
This
Cheddar, I'm gonna let you handle it because I'm on a trackpad right now.
Some technical difficulties here. One second.
Well, we gotta keep the
Alright.
stream alive while
Yeah.
the screen is black. So tell me a story, Ness.
What do you want to hear?
I don't know anything. How'd the Destiny? No, wait, not Destiny 2.
No.
We don't hate our viewers. Did you try Starfield?
No, I have not started Starfield at all. I'm probably gonna skip that game.
That's probably a good idea. I think it's mids.
You think
I
it's
was
mid?
excited for it because I love the classic Bethesda games, but I have to admit it. Like you compare that shit to like God of War now, or like I don't know.
You can also unblur.
It's just not the same. It doesn't hold up, in my opinion.
We're doing a campfire right now while we wait.
Sea of Stars is a good one. Play
Yeah,
that instead.
I heard a lot of things about Sea of Stars. My friend recently got into it, so
It's awesome. I'm a big fan of the Final Fantasy Chrono Trigger type games, so it's a nice throwback for a boomer like me.
anyone else in the chat playing something else that's not Dota 2? This game that we're stuck playing with for a while.
All right, we're in.
All right, that's too bad. No one cares.
All
right.
Yeah, fuck you.
Baldur's
All
Gate
right, so we're gonna be.
Sorry.
All right, so we're gonna be playing. We're gonna be playing a fun game of Sudoku here, pretty much. So for the season final standings prediction, as you can see, basically based on the team, place the number where you think that they will finish.
Oh, I
So
see.
if you think that PSGS will finish in first place, put the number 1. Remember, you can only go through number 9. If you somehow end up with a number 10, you've gone too far. Return, come back.
Well, I can't edit, so.
Oh, right. I should probably
We'll do it for you. We'll do it for you, Bonky.
I should probably give you the editing one so you can actually do stuff with it. So there you go. You should have gone. Yeah, I sent it to you, Bonky. Just tripping for a second. I thought I sent it to Cheddar twice.
It's just like absolutely doxing myself right now, but that's fine. There's like 7 people.
No,
watching
it's fine. I put it all in on mode, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's okay. BT, no doxing today.
Let's see.
Just my initials. I can't remember the second line.
This is kind of tough. This is kind of tough when I actually have to like think about it.
Ness,
What's up?
I just want you to know that I believe in you, and you're not the reason why your team is not at 1.
I am fucking crying right now. Be a hater to Wrensday even more.
Do whatever's in your heart, Ness. If you hate Wrensday in your heart, you hate them on the document.
Alright, well, to be a hater, I'll put them at 10.
Oh my god. You think they're gonna finish 9? That's brutal.
Why are these numbers so fucking big?
Oh, it's probably because it's pulling from the other cells. Or not, I don't know.
This is hilarious.
Like I said, it took me like 2 hours between 2 days to actually get this shit done. It took a lot of sheets.
I think that the mid table is like really tight in this division. Like there's gonna be a lot of like the 3, 4, 5, 6, I think are all gonna be like very even balanced teams that are like vying for the upper bracket spot. It's gonna be interesting to watch. Of course I could be wrong.
I'm seeing a lot of Simba haters around the league, so I'm probably gonna put GRIN.Scythe at third, even though that's probably not going to happen.
But Simba's, I believe Simba's kryptonite is Bernie Sanders, and he's
Bernie,
playing a
yeah, that is true.
challenger.
Bernie did move down a league. Probably got scared about Simba coming back into the league, so probably did the right thing and dodged him.
For that reason, I'm going to put them as 4. He's empowered, I think.
Rodents and Hare is another team. I'd probably gonna see them in the lower bracket. I think they're gonna struggle a bit with the Warrior bye week, biting them in the ass later down the line. Dark Horse
Yes,
Storm. They're gonna go in the upper bracket, I feel. At least they should make it to the upper bracket.
I actually don't know. I think it's super tight because, like,
Yeah, only getting to knock out one team is it's pretty tough.
yeah, this list feels wrong as I'm typing it. I'm trusting your hatred of Wrensday's stack because I don't. I don't. You present conflicting information from my gut feeling.
Abstinence, I feel like they'll make lower bracket, I feel.
I am going to eliminate Cheddar Bear from playoff contention.
As much as I want to, I don't want Golf Wrensday to be knocked out as their biggest hater right now. Biggest hater right now. I think.
Dude, I was gonna
they'll
put
get
them at
knocked
like
out.
5 or 6 or something, but
I don't know. Like I said, the games I've seen really fucking shaky.
dude, Dubus and Hello Robotics are both so good.
I know, but dude was gonna do a lot of heavy lifting to put this team on his back and carry him across the line. Like I said, I want to be proven wrong, but at the moment, I just think it's too much for Duba to handle.
I can't. I gotta switch these.
You gotta switch him.
Yeah, we're going like this. And
Also because all my homies hate Miguel. See you in Pittsburgh, Miguel.
all right, I'm gonna go with this. I don't. All right, we're gonna go with this.
Everyone
The
locked
only
in.
reason I'm eliminating Cheddar Bears because I think it would be funny.
I think it'd be fun. I also do think it'd be fun.
Yeah, my struggle right now is like I got GRIN.Scythe sitting at 9, and I don't like it. But I also, because I just do not know, and I think this is one of the more patchwork teams. I need to see more. I'm giving a lot of teams benefit of the doubt because of like synergy, and so like Golf Wrensday is getting a little bit of even at 7 is getting a bit of a synergy bump at the moment from my eyes. Like PSGS at 2 is a bit of like a sweatshop, try hard, sweaty ass team. So I think they're gonna finish top 3 likely regardless, unless something goes really weird with the team. Dark Horse Storm is my literal dark horse. I think if Hengen can get up to speed a little bit with like a competitive league, I think their core situation is in a very good place, and they seem like they play very consistent every single season, which consistency is probably the more dangerous side of it. My stack, not the DXO, but the Rodent squad, we have upside. I think if we can get all our ducks in a row in the next like 2 to 3 weeks, we can definitely finish bottom bracket. I don't see us getting not in playoffs. I just don't see us in top 4 just yet. And so I think lower bracket is going to be a good land for us probably. dXo-Warrior, I think they're an even better team likely than we are, and because of that, give them like a one little bump above me. Abstinence, I feel like they're chill, even though they're good. Their chillness is going to bring them down. 5 guys, 1 cup, just because of their rank and relativity to the league. I think they're going to find some struggles against some of these teams, and then R&B, you guys. are going to be little baby drama mamas and debate yourself to death to a third place finish. I don't see you guys getting top two. You guys think you think you guys are hot shit, but I think enough people know your guys' shtick in this league, and so you guys aren't going to be able to get away with some of the bullshit that you guys do.
Dude, Ness.
Take that.
What?
All right. Before I start, Ness, the reason why doing final standing predictions is important week 1 is because we can isolate the bias. And teams that aren't familiar to the league can be like, hey, fuck you, idiots. You know what I mean? That's important.
Probably. I don't know. It's just one of my biggest things that kind of pisses me off when I see content.
Bro, this is hot take alley right here. This is where you throw the hot take. You don't have to be conservative. You got to be considerate to other people or teams or players. This is hot take alley. Throw your hottest take. Golf Wrensday, we don't even have him at 9th. We got him at 10th right now on one of the sheets. Like, you guys aren't even ranking in the. You guys are ranked down in the Challenger League right now. That's what Ness says.
You know, I love the players at Wrensday, but I think as a unit they are going to suffer a lot this season. With that being said, you know, final season predictions look like they're done. Earlier this week, like yesterday, it was either yesterday or today. I don't remember when I made the sheet. Probably yesterday. I asked the captains who they thought was going to be like the top team to beat this season. I only got 4 responses, so either no one looked in the captain's channel or people just weren't interested in doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, we got Captain Rats and Bunnies here. Did the one thing the Florida man should not have done, because I asked, specifically not to rate your own team at number 1 because it's cringe.
Oh, he's from Florida.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense, actually.
So, the sheet was...
worse. He's from Central Florida.
Bro, that makes so much sense, dude.
All right, well, asked him.
I mean, look, we try to make a fucking top 10 list of games today, and Purple literally can't not read it up something, and he had to put 2 number 1s. Right, we got 2 games of number 1. Like, all right, buddy, like.
All right, we're sidetracking right now. So I asked him who was the strongest team in his opinion, and he said Rats and Bunnies. Asked him why. He said it is what it is. So. I don't know what to do with that information there, but we got that one right there. We got Dubu, the captain of Golf Wrensday, asked him who his strongest team would be for him. He said PSGS. His reasoning was that he had pretty high opinion of their players, one of the 2 weighted 0 teams, and also cringe to say that your team is number 1 without backing, so I can't say us. We got Simba as well, who is the captain of GRIN.Scythe. I probably should have given him the form, or at least made the form before I made the question, because I was in the middle of a work meeting when I made it. So he said PSGS and Dark Horse Storm are, solid. PSGS solid 4 out of 5, and the HS is always good for a top half finish. We got captain of Dark Horse Storm, which I believe is Barry. Gonna fact check that real quick because I feel bad if I get it wrong. It is in fact.
Sure, you did. Yeah, he was doing the draft.
He said Rats and Bunnies, and his reasoning was it's the scariest team, 100%. I don't know what he's eating at the berry farm over there, but I don't think so.
Dude, so you put yourself at 1, so quite literally you do think so.
I put myself at 1 because I've been hearing a lot of things about PSGS, and I am a natural born hater, so would have really liked to.
If there's anybody that hates PSGS more than me, feel free to let me know. I doubt it, dude. That is a legacy of sandbaggers, rank sitters, smurf shitters. Like, talk about one of the most incriminating organizations in AD2L that should not even be allowed to use that name. Get them out of here. Get them out of here. They're not going to finish first. Get them out of here.
Incredible. Well, we still have 3 captains that are missing for the sheet. If you guys are watching this, I asked Pansy to send the form in the captain's chat. So if you guys do get the chance, please fill it out because I would really like to hear opinions from the captains here. It's about wraps it up for, I guess, this week's content. I will probably come up with another question to ask the players this time around of some different shit to go on in the league, because I got nothing better to do, and I want to inflate the numbers here real quick. So
I got a question. I got a question. As part of like the preseason awards, I'm already putting purple as the highest feeder in the league, but is there any team that you see any volatility? Is there anybody that's ranking high on the implosion meter potentially?
all right, I will get that in a Google form, and I will send it out sometime next week or this weekend. So we'll make it easier.
That's all.
So.
I mean, without having a Rhino team here, it's a little bit harder to predict. You know,
Dude, we got that covered in Conquer. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for week 1.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff going up in Conqueror, so
We're going to slay the cowards that defile my name, and then actually, I don't have an issue with any of their players, but it's a fun meme.
So that being said, we will see you guys next week for the results of week 1. We'll go with week 2 predictions and the question of the week. So hope the teams have a lot of fun. Can't wait to see what's going on. Fuck Miguel. And that's about it. Any parting words here from you two?
Good luck to everybody playing in week 1. If you need a stand-in, feel free to let me know, but I would rather watch Thursday night opening kickoff for the NFL season. So that's me. Any
words from you, Bonky?
I'm distracted by the prospect of watching an entire NFL game.
Yeah, me and Chet are like the only 2 people who like Dota and football.
Look, it's not even football. It's like are you boomer enough to have the attention span to watch a full fucking football game? Like,
absolutely.
I feel like I need like for the Zoomers they need like a YouTube video like was that meme with like the
dude I've played with
something
so
run
many
on
people that watch anime during the games, and it drives me fucking nuts. It drives me
Ness, any comments?
I don't watch anime when games are going on. I just watch a YouTube video. So,
what are you watching? Like, is it narrative?
I mean, if you really want to know, sometimes I will be watching some Risk of Rain 2 randomizers in the middle of our series, or just when I'm dead, I'll probably just go to YouTube Shorts and let that go off for a while.
Ness, you gotta.
It all makes sense now why Ness just gets lost in the jungle. Ness is just like one camp flips to the next shore, it goes to the next camp, rolls to the next shore.
I only do that when I'm dead, all right? I got like 1:30 on the clock, so I'm like, what the fuck do I do now? I want to see the map because like shit's boring to do, and I also just don't want to sit there just like looking at my wall. So I just alt tab, do a Karuta drop, and just wait my time out.
Oh my god, bro! What have I done?
You will not hear someone else say that they will alt tab out of the game and just do something else on the side.
Dude, you check the other team's items, help your boys out, watch them.
That is some fucking
nerd. This is about as good as Kara being on Reddit during the middle of games. Like, Kara, where you at? Oh, hold on, sorry, I had to close up Reddit.
Well, no. At least I do it when I'm dead, alright? I don't do it when I'm farming or anything, because I actually have to pay attention when I'm farming. Because fuck those ogre camps, I hate them.
Oh my goodness!
All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to cry.
I will see you guys next week. If anyone wants to come on panel, or I guess be a guest for next week, feel free to hit me up and we'll probably work something out. If you guys enjoyed this, we'll also be taking music suggestions, only so you guys are cool with the jazz that's been going on. So, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys later.